don't sleep, then fly all day, and then still play D&D, because that's what we're about. We're about D&D here. Very excited to have you all here. We're going to play some amazing D&D. This is another one of our little break sessions with our wonderful guests, Cody and Christian. So we're very excited to have you here today, and I'm going to just pass it right on over to Em.
Oh, thank you, Adam. Yeah, so as Adam was saying, you might be like, but you were live in studio last week. Yes, we were. And we wanted to give all of you the opportunity to see this little arc from what happens right after our prologue to right before we meet at our first session, which was a number of weeks ago at this point. So time is a weird soup. So thank you all so much for coming along for the ride. And my biggest heartfelt thanks to Christian for joining us. And we can't wait to have you at the table. And Cody, we cannot wait to have you at the table as well. My dear,
Likewise.
thank you so much. Yay. Okay, I'm going to jump into these announcements and get out here really quick. A big thank you to our sponsors and partners. We are extremely proud to be sponsored by Syrinscape, because epic games require epic sound. We're also so stoked to be using Epidemic Sound for this campaign as well. We are partnered with Legend Keeper. This is the ultimate world building tool created by DMs for DMs. It's fantastic. It's awesome. Tim is using it for the entirety of campaign 2 planning. And Tim, this is my new thing that I'm going to do. Tim, how do you like it?
I really like it.
I'm going to challenge you to say something new about it.
I was just about to. I recently uploaded the map for Katona, and being able to pin different things and link to them is very seamless.
The pin system is
it's just really there's little
good
features I find each time that are so handy.
I found the biggest obstacle to it, from the get-go, was my own stupidity, because I looked at it and I was like, and once I figured it out, I'm like, this is just this makes sense.
I definitely did a few things, and then we're like, I could have made I'm gonna go back and make this better.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you've heard it here. Legend Keeper is a fantastic tool. So head on over. You can type _Legend Keeper in the chat for all the deets. Our campaign 2 mini sponsor is MTM Printworks. MTM is your one-stop shop for all of your mini tabletop mini needs, from fantasy to Western to sci-fi to modern. MTM has you covered. Type !MTM in the chat for all the info. Love, as always, to our campaign artist, Tiana Kovacevic. You can find her art everywhere across this channel, bringing our characters to life. You can find her at miss._Marston on Instagram. We love you, Tiana. Thank you for being amazing. We also have a fantastic dice patron in the wonderful Familiar Dice, making the most beautiful clacks that I've ever seen. Holy, and they've been rolling very well for us so far. So type !Dice in the chat to find out the socials on that. We also have a Discord, which is the best place and the best community on the internet. We have a meticulously cataloged YouTube, and you might be like, but Em, I don't see this wonderful campaign on your YouTube. And I'd be like, you're correct, because it's over at our wonderful partners in Questline. Questline D&D is on here on Twitch, are our sponsors and patrons for campaign 2, providing us with the most beautiful studio space to play in that you come to see us play in every week. Follow them at Questline AFL on YouTube, or you can type !Questline to find all the details there. Just go do that. A big thank you to those of you who subscribe to us. You can also subscribe with our your Amazon Prime. You get 1 free Twitch sub a month. So don't forget to re-up those, because they don't roll over every month. But we're also just really thankful to have you here. You can also gift a sub. You can resub. My gosh, you have so many options. So thank you for supporting our show. It's truly wonderful, and we're super grateful to have you with us tonight. While we're here at the table, we won't be able to shout out any raids, but I would like to say thank you to everyone who comes in right off the top of the show. And if you are in the chat, please make them feel super, super welcome. We care about you already. If you're new, welcome, and you're part of our community. Our community is richer with you in it. So thank you. One last little thing is that I am in a fun little podcast called The Department of Variance of Somewhere, Ohio, and it comes out every Wednesday wherever pods are cast. I play Scarlet Jaunt, a tough as nails femme who is squishy on the inside and just trying to do her job and make sure that things don't fall to shit. So I'm super proud of this thing. Please go support it and go take a listen. And that's it. That's all I have, because I just want to play some freaking Dungeons and Dragons with my sweet friends. And Adam, are you in the middle of an earthquake?
No. The setup is bad, and I'm trying to improve on the setup in incremental ways.
You're doing so great.
But it's bad.
You're doing so great. Adam,
also, I'm talk show host Adam today.
Oh, Oh, Adam is very, very dedicated and has just gotten on a flight and flew, and he was on the plane and he flew and then
actually,
immediately.
This is what first class looks like these days. It's pretty
Damn, that's so nice. Okay, so whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. It is through community that we can make amazing things happen. We love you immensely, and thank you so much for hanging out at our table. We hope you feel super, 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 super welcome here. Cody, roll the clip, roll the clip, roll the clip.
We're back.
Take it away, Tim.
All right, so last we left off, our heroes made their way through the jungle following the haunting sound. They came to a small bog, and as they made their way around, they discovered another small vein of the glassy black stone after they tripped an alarm spell. After some investigation, they discovered this vein seemed to have amplification properties, with each one of them who interacted with it having slightly different experiences. While the Dragonborn remained quiet on their feelings about the stone, they pressed ahead, discovering skeletal remains underneath a fallen log. But as they were about to investigate, they were ambushed by 2 cockatrices. The birds were dispatched relatively quickly, but not before Wysper's companion Char was nearly petrified. They found a brass key on the Dragonborn skeleton and made their way farther into the heart of the jungle when they discovered the wreck of the Wail, blocking the mouth of a large cave and the source of the haunting moan as the wind blew through the figurehead. As they investigated the ancient shipwreck, they discovered arcane runes warped onto the vines growing through the boat, and as they touched them, an image of a globe being enveloped by crisscrossing black lines appeared for a brief moment before vanishing. As the smell of smoke filled the air and large burning hands erupted through the vines. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, baby. I am not at full health. Here we go.
Second episode in a row that we've rolled initiative on first roll.
Christian, did you also get a nat 20?
I did.
I got a nat... Oh, fuck yeah, this is our night.
Wow. Yes, it is. We're right in front.
We're right front center.
So you guys are doing great. Doing so good.
Right. These things rolled well too. 25 to 20.
21.
23.
Also 23. So we have the same bonus.
You can roll for it between the two of you.
Do you want to just do a roll off?
Unless you want to go first, I don't mind.
Sure, yeah, I guess because like I'm right up there. I guess it makes sense to just be like,
yes, makes no. Yes, I'm okay with that.
Cool. That's basically simultaneous.
Yeah.
Shy. 20 to 15. 15 to 10. 10 for Valentine.
I need better dice. I have a +4.
10 to 5.
I got 17, sorry.
Oh, 17.
Oh, I was going to say there's a canyon between the first 3 and the last 3.
And
9.
Thistle. Thistle's 9. All right. All right. Esper, you were up first as you see this kind of pair of hands sort of pull through. And there's 2 sets of them. So there's 4 hands.
Oh, no.
I start backing up, knives out, fuck. Wysper as an archer, right? Primarily, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look and be like, I can give you as much space as you need, but get the others. And I'm just gonna fucking hold my ground, and I'm gonna whip to, because I can't bonus action hex because I used it on the leather turkey. I'm gonna whip 2 knives.
Okay.
The action and bonus action.
And these are just regular knives, right?
Yeah, these are just knives out of my cloak, and I will likely lose these ones. Oh, the natural 20 kind of absorbed all of my good. That is a 9 and a 15 to hit.
The 15 just hits.
Oh, okay.
So you see the first one
hits.
kind of passes wide through the fingers, and the second one just manages to kind of land into the flames.
I will say, for the sake of fairness, I got a 9 on my Esper dice, and I got a 15 on my Finnan dice. So probably the offhand is the one that hits, because I would have used the Esper die as the main hand, so I don't get my dexterity bonuses. It's a 4 though.
Okay,
it's a D4, but that's a 4. So yeah, 4 damage as I throw it. And I'm just another 2 knives just appear in my hand. I'm like, oh, I'm ready.
So you see,
would it have been close enough that I could have manually stabbed?
Yeah, it was a little bit above you, but you probably could have reached up and.
Okay, yeah, I probably did want to then, yeah.
So yeah, you see kind of a gout of flame sort of fly off with your offhand as you kind of get it, and it kind of sizzles on the ground. All right. You're not sure if you heard it or not. It's difficult to tell. This thing seems to be made entirely of fire. All right, it is Wysper's turn.
I'll say to Esper, you will not die here alone. And I will say, Char, alert the others. And she'll use her movement to head 40 feet back in the other direction and hopefully get their attention. And I will back away my full movement of 30 feet.
Okay.
Cast Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
All right. And take a shot with my bow.
Nice. At the one that Esper knifed at, or the other one?
So 4 hands.
Oh, in my brain,
it's not a 4. Yeah, I thought it was a 4-arm.
In my brain, yeah.
This is 2 separate things.
Okay.
They look.
That's more concerning.
So I will Hunter's Mark, not the one that Esper struck, the other one.
The other one. Okay.
And take a shot at that.
All right.
22 to hit.
That hits.
So I rolled it on D&D Beyond. Doesn't matter. I forgot to roll in person.
That's totally fine.
So that was 22 to hit, and that is 1d8 plus 3 plus a d6.
Nice.
To 5 plus a d6. Plus 5 points, so 10 points of damage.
Nice.
With the longbow. And that's my turn.
All right, so you watch it as the arrow kind of passes through and kind of just another kind of gout of flame behind it, and you watch some of the vines light up, and then the arrow starts to kind of burn away. All right, it is Shy's turn. So you are back 40 feet at the start of the tree line.
Well, it is a good thing my movement is 40 feet because I am a monk. So I am going to run in and not let Esper be up there by himself. You see that Shy definitely is bleeding. But Shy's going to run in anyway. So I'm going to take out my Eskrima sticks and I am going to take a hit at the one that Esper is hitting.
Okay.
Yes, Shy.
Absolutely. I ain't leaving you here alone. Okay, that's going to be a 20. A flirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that is going to be, I would have gone two-handed with that, so that's going to be 1d8. Oh, that's 7 plus 3 is 10 points of damage there.
Nice. And the Eskrima sticks are non-magical, correct?
They certainly are non-magical, yes. And I'm going to save my focus point as of right now.
Sounds good. So yeah,
you can still make a free bonus action attack.
Can I?
Flurry just lets you make 2, but you can always make that bonus action.
Amazing! Yeah, then I'm gonna take another hit. I think it has to be a punch with my bonus action.
It has to be unarmed. Yeah,
it has to be unarmed. Yeah, then I will as the two-handed stick comes down, I'm gonna sheath it at my side after the hit, and then I'm gonna come up again using my momentum and clock it that way. Is there a face exposed? Yeah,
just hands.
No, just hands. Okay, we're gonna go in. Yeah, and actually, instead of a punch up, I'm gonna like take my fist down and bring it right down on its knuckles. Just like I kind of like hit down right on its knuckles.
Nice.
Playing the.
Absolutely, we're playing bloody knuckles. Okay, so that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Thank you, Robin, for these dice. Holy bananas, they roll so good. That is a 3 plus 3 is 6 points of punch.
Nice. And are you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
All right.
It's like level 7.
So yeah, you
Level
like
6.
as you punch into the fire, it burns.
I bet it does.
You take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As you kind of punch through, and you feel yourself connect with something.
Yeah.
It's not like punching right through, like a campfire. There is some resistance, but not much.
Okay.
As you kind of pull out and kind of shake your hand out.
Okay.
All right, it is the creature's turn. The one in front of you is going to kind of move. You watch as the two hands kind of rise up and kind of push down. And I need both Esper and Shy to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, see, I'm good at those. Ooh, but not with that roll.
That's a deeply average roll that I just did there. Oh, but I have proficiency. 16?
16 is enough, yep.
Okay.
14.
14 is a success as well. The
Oh,
DC's
God.
Oh,
you guys are level 2. The creatures you're going up against don't have high
I'm
DC.
yeah,
scared,
to be
okay?
fair, like the most recent game we played, the DCs were like 22. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that is all together is 14 points of fire damage. So that's cut in half to 7 points of fire damage for both of you.
Okay, you watch as Shy takes this hit, and you see like she kind of stumbles backwards, dazed, and you see kind of like her hair kind of singeing. She looks fucking rough.
I can't.
She
my
looks
anxiety's acting up.
rough.
Oh no.
She looks very, very rough.
All right.
Esper also doesn't look good.
Oh no.
Because he got hit earlier. Just because he doesn't have a lot of health.
The other set of hands is going to fly out 25 feet. And Wysper, you were 30 feet back.
Yeah, that's my movement is 30 feet. Yes.
So it has I don't know if it can. Its reach is 5 feet. So yeah. So it flies out 25, and then you watch as these two medium-sized hands. They're larger than human hands. They're probably each one of them is probably like a foot and a half, and they're kind of you can see this flame kind of connecting them together as they get close to you and they reach out to try to strike you. So that is that's only that's 10 to hit.
No, does not hit.
No. So as you do, you kind of instinctually pull back, and they completely miss, and then they kind of reform together. You can see them kind of floating together. All right, it is Rosie's turn.
I'm gonna go up 30 feet, so I'll be near. I'm assuming Wysper. I think.
Yep. You're actually a little bit past. You go 20 feet past Wysper. Because Wysper pulled back 30 feet. So...
I'll back up 20 feet.
All right, so yeah, you can just go 10 feet if you want.
Yeah. I am going. Oh, how far? If I go up 10 feet, how far am I from Shy and
30
Esper?
Feet. 30 feet from the two of them.
I am going to cast Bless on Wysper, Shy, and Esper. So whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an attack or a saving throw.
Nice.
Cool. One time, right?
No.
No, it's that
concentration.
Unlike, it's not like guidance.
I'm concentrating.
Let's fucking go, Rosie.
Yeah,
let's go.
We love
stack. Yeah.
We love a cleric.
Who looks worse? Let's play this game. Who looks okay? I will bonus action then. Healing word, Shy, and that will be all my spell slots.
And is it easier to save people when you can do more than just stab?
Bonus action. Healing word is a bonus action.
They're both leveled spells, though.
Yeah, they're both leveled spells.
Yeah.
So you can only do one and a cantrip.
Oh.
Healing word's more important.
I never knew.
Well, it was to be fair.
Because all of your spell slots were smites.
No, to be fair, when I did that as
spell-
Neppy, I had
Spelldriver.
spell driver, so I could do 2 leveled spells, but you don't have that feat.
You had like a limit.
Yeah, and I was just Callie.
It doesn't exist in the world anymore.
Tim,
It's
Spelldriver's
it's
gone.
strong.
I allowed it at a home game, and it got out of hand.
not my fault, Tim.
Can I change what I cast then?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then I will cast. Oh, heck! That one's touch. I will still cast healing word then.
I mean, maybe if you touched the mud, I would have allowed you to cast 2 leveled spells, but you didn't touch the mud, so.
I said that we could touch the mud. I never said not to touch the mud.
I'll also
I
say
said
if you cast a bonus action spell, you can cast like a cantrip. You like that is allowed to like do like Toll the Dead.
You could do, yeah.
Oh yeah, but that did. So I will still roll. It's still a D4. Oh my god. Tabs. Oof.
And Valentine, you're on deck.
You got it.
Okay, 9 points of healing.
Nice.
then-
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And then
That is clutch.
have both of them been hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shy and Esper are both on the one.
Mm-hmm.
And just so I get a lay of things, how does Wysper look?
Perfect.
Okay, I will attack the one
As
that Shy
always.
and I will attack the one that Shy and Esper are fighting. If I could get a wisdom save.
I did not use
is
Toll the Dead enough. This was
an 11.
Fuck you, my save is a 12.
Nice. And it is damage, so
That's a D12.
D12.
Yeah.
12.
I love D12s. There's something about things that use D12s where you're like, fuck
You
yeah.
don't get to
I
like
got
great-
12.
Like
Oh,
the
babe.
argument
You
between
got a
great
12?
swords.
I got a
yeah.
12.
Let's go.
Nice.
How do you want to get rid of that burning hand?
Oh. I think it would almost be that, like, because Rosie's just learning, so she has like her journal open and is trying to figure out what she's gonna do, and she's like panicking. So you see her go to cast bless, but then she like shakes her head and like then goes and just like ends up healing, and then it's kind of like panicked, but then she just like kind of almost throws the Toll the Dead at the thing.
Amazing. And so you watch as the like the light of the flame kind of brightens and brightens and brightens until it extinguishes the whole thing, and it just disapparates. All right.
My head image is Rosie going through like a healing parties for dummies, like illustrated manual, being like,
It's her notes. The first part of her journal, if you look at
like
it, it's
sketches
just her
of people
notes.
like casting
Notes.
spells.
It's just notes.
All right. It is Valentine's turn.
Okay. Valentine, I'm assuming, is 40 feet away from everything. Sort of. Towards the
Yes,
back
but you're
where everyone was.
you're about 15 feet away from the only remaining creature.
Oh,
Because
okay. They're not
it
together.
flew up towards. Yeah, no, that one flew up towards Wysper.
Oh, great. Then I am going to run up to the creature as Valentine is running. They're going to grab a handful of dirt and throw it up into the air. It's going to turn into a mist, and that is going to go to Shy, Esper, Wysper, and myself.
Nice.
And I'm going to spend a bardic inspiration. You can use your reaction to move your movement if you would like, and you also gain 5 temporary hit points.
Oh, that 5 temporary hit points is big.
That's big, buddy. My
And then
goodness.
I will use my reaction to move to the other hand, just in case.
I will do the same.
I'm going to use my action to just take out my rapier and give it a stab. See what happens.
Stab it.
I'm just gonna see
On
what happens.
guard.
Stab it. On guard.
Swish, swish.
That is a 15.
That just hits.
Lovely. 1D. Where's the D8? Oh, that one. 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. So yeah, you watch as you kind of stab through this thing, and you see kind of like a spray of fire behind it, and then you kind of pull it back out. You can see your blade is kind of dark with ash.
All right, that'll end my turn.
All right, Thistle, you're up.
Now, Tim, would you allow me to use a bonus action to see if I spot any more of these ley lines?
That would be it would be an action because you're sort of
that's what I was scared you were gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was fearful you were gonna say.
You know, it's good to ask, though, right? Like,
yeah, you know, you gotta ask for those, but you gotta ask for the action.
Maybe Tim would have a cool DM moment.
I was kind of figuring because we'd followed them here, we'd have sort of a better idea of where they were. But
a lay of the lines, if you will.
Look for them. You know, you'd need.
I will walk up to where the last fire handy is, and I will, now knowing a little bit better where exactly that resonance spot on my armor is, I will give one big knock and cast Thunder Wave. That
Esper
last one
is behind.
Oh, behind it.
Yeah.
As I think Shy, because Shy also used their.
Oh, did they? They moved behind it.
Yeah. They use their reaction.
Do it. I can take it.
You still could.
No. What I will do.
Sometimes in a grand adventure, people die.
Exactly.
It was close there for a minute. One more hit and I'd have gone unconscious.
Same.
What I will do is I will make my way to where Esper is, and I will cast Healing Word on him.
Okay. Ooh.
It's 7 points of healing.
Nice. Yo, that is huge. That heals back the hand damage.
And then
that Andrew did to me.
Andrew.
Yeah,
I will
Andrew and Handria.
Oh, not Anthony.
Oh, Anthony is good.
Anthony.
Anthony is good.
All right.
Anything? And then I will for my action. I kind of want to just take a look around and see if I can spot, sort of like any other threats.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I'm good at looking at stuff. Not me personally, but
we live vicariously through our characters.
That is a natty 20.
Nice.
And my perception is +6, so it's a 26 total.
Wow. You look and you don't see any other threats. It seems like these two are the only things that kind of burned through, and it doesn't seem like anything else is coming up from behind them from the cave.
Perfect. I will say, I believe that's all of them for now. Esper, do the sharp knife thing that you do so well.
On it, Gov.
Esper, you're up.
I am going to stab a hand each. One knife for each hand.
All right, sounds good.
I would be flanking with Wysper, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So +2. Sweet. It's the offhand one this time, but that's a natural one. So, but offhand, which is preferable. But a 19 on the other hand.
That does hit.
So we get D4, we get D6 because of sneak, and we add 2 on top of what we do, so +5 to this. Oh, that's bad rolls on the die. That's 3, 5, 8. 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Like,
so as you
stab it down in both hands. Oh, sorry, 9 points of damage.
Okay. So you as you like kind of stab through, you watch as kind of like some of the flame sort of separates as the hands like kind of come together. They're seemingly having a hard time staying together, but they are still together. It is Wysper's turn.
I'll pull the bow to my left and unsheath Skyfall, and I'll take a swing through both hands, or attempt to cut through both hands.
Nice.
With flanking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So +2. Okay.
+2.
I want this one. Okay. That is an 18 plus 5 plus 2, 18 plus 7, so that'll hit, right? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
1d6 plus 3. That's 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10 points of damage.
Nice. How do you want to cut these hands down?
Nice. I see Esper from behind, because I imagine that my face is sort of, I'm like feeling the reaction of the flame sort of jumping off of these hands, and from behind I see Esper's knives, daggers stick through the palms of these things, and the hands sort of flare up, and with the knife I come across real clean and cut all the fingers off both hands.
Nice.
Very cool.
Extinguishing the flame.
Probably coming close to Esper's nose there.
As they just disappear in a puff of smoke.
It's like a single bead of blood.
Just the prick.
And so as we kind of like set that, as the scene kind of calms down here, these hands kind of came up over the ship.
They came through the vines. It seemed like they burned through.
Okay.
Did they seem spectral in nature, or do they seem like elemental?
Make an Arcana check.
I can certainly do that, Tim. +5, that's an 18.
Ooh,
18.
Well done.
They didn't seem spectral, but they also didn't seem totally elemental. Like, I mean, they were made of fire, but they had an arcane quality to them. They seemed more, as you kind of think back to the animated weapons, there was something similar.
I've robbed a wizard. Well, I've swindled a wizard here or there. Did it remind me?
Oh, really? What was his name?
His name was.
Tell me her name.
Alathantha. Did they resemble?
He is writing it down.
Mage Hand at all? It's like the animated armor was by the ley line. The like explosion of sound was seemingly a simple spell, and then when who was it? Someone cast something, and it did more.
Since
Thistle.
you don't really cast magic, you can make another Arcana check at disadvantage because you're not a spellcaster.
Absolutely.
I do see. I pick up what you're putting down there, though. That makes sense.
I offer you a 15.
They did not look like mage hands.
Okay.
They looked like another spell that you have been subject to.
Oh.
Similar to burning hands.
I was gonna say 2 hands. They've been left behind after the interesting. Okay. Yeah. Right. I think there's something happening here. Wherever someone does like a simple spell, that spell is amplified or continues on. A lot of spells they do a thing and then they're done. I don't know if that's the case on this island, so just have caution, I guess.
Does it look like one could climb onto the ship and through further on into the cave?
Mm-hmm. And where the hands burn through as well, it looks like there are, a few holes where you could climb through. You could make your way through into the cave below.
I believe that perhaps there is someone casting these spells on the other end. attempting to prevent us to move further.
Possibly, yeah.
You think somebody's doing all this, like the same shit that we came in with you on, that like suit of armor and the swords and stuff?
Preventative measures, no? Traps laid.
I mean,
makes sense.
Not wrong.
We found this place. Would be foolish to think we're the first ones to find it.
Well, we found skeletons, right?
Yeah,
dead
we're
people.
Not the first. We found dead bodies, yeah.
But what about that key then? If that that Dragonborn was
on the boat?
Yeah, that Dragonborn was obviously very and that tree had fallen and looked like it had crushed this. Maybe that was another one of those traps, like what we tripped maybe back there.
I think that's very possible.
You mentioned vines that had runes etched into them.
Yeah. When we got to them, they lit up, and then that orb, the globe that everyone saw, that kind of was. That happened. And
could you show me where this was?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're good for now. I'm going to lead everyone to the vines.
Okay. It's been described as though there was an empty scroll spell, remnants of a case.
Yeah, you see kind of a few remnants of what looked like kind of a leather or bark spell scroll case. There's no sign of a scroll, and you can see where the runes, like the kind of markings they have left behind since burning away. You can kind of see their faint imprints on these vines, and they look kind of contorted, like they've stretched and pulled.
Almost like the content of the scroll has been leached into the vines as they grew.
Yeah.
It's rather peculiar. It's almost as if the contents of the scroll has leached into the vines as they grew through the case. It makes me wonder if things that were being stored on this ship have somehow melded with the nature here. And what artifacts was the boat carrying? I know you've said that the real reason you were here was for the ley lines, but in the beginning you mentioned magical artifacts that the boat also carried.
Well, we have no way of knowing what was on the boat. Only speculation, rumors, tales, like the one Valentine knows.
Well, Valentine, my dear friend, the Dragonborn who escaped, what was he doing originally when he wrecked?
I don't know. To be honest, the story is, mostly fantastical. It's a story. It's something you tell to children to scare them. What happens if you run away from home? You get lost and stranded on an island. Kraken takes your ship and throws it into the middle. Like it's all nothing except for it is real, but it didn't explain why he was on the ship.
I mean, if I'm remembering what my mama said about the kind of like these places of power and, this ley line stuff y'all are talking about, if that's whatever that is, I wonder if the magic that has been on this boat has been leaching into the land as well, or the land has been pulling and, I don't know, like making the magic bigger or something. Especially if, this doesn't make sense, like looking at the spell scroll and how the vines are interweaved in it.
I may be able to answer that question.
I don't know. It's just, I've seen the land do very powerful things.
Valentine is going to reach up. They have a very simple copper pendant on their chest, and they're going to grab it and close their eyes. And Tim, I would like to use my Firbolg magic to cast Detect Magic. And sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
You detect magic everywhere. It's like a baseline.
It's everything.
It's unlike you've used this before to identify an object that very clearly stands out among non-magical objects. But here it's almost as if there is like a static threshold where there is kind of a low base magic infused into everything.
So basically in a 360, everything is glowing a little bit.
Yeah. But not so much that you, as I said, you've used before where it's very clear, it's kind of stands out. This is like it's just like everything is has a faint glow.
I would like to try and slip through these vines. Everyone's looking at me, so I'm not going to be able to do it surreptitiously, but I think I'm just going to try and I think I'm going to look at where the twins are. Could I get through these vines? Because have they come up to us, or are they hanging out by the truck?
No, they've come up as well.
I'm going to go then. Regardless, I'm going to go through the vines.
Okay. You kind of push your way through, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, damn.
21.
So you step through the other side, and very quickly you realize that the cave is on quite an angle. Downwards, and it's slick, like there is water that runs down, and like the kind of like moss and stuff like that is sort of turned a little bit slimy, and you're sort of like, you have to hold on to the vines to sort of steady yourself, as you weren't expecting that. The decline is not so steep that it's a hole, but it's definitely a fairly steep.
But it's slick enough that I'm gonna still
it's like a slide.
I think we're learning that Esper is very cautious about a lot of things. I'm going to just kind of wrap my arm around a vine and then get my pack, and I'm going to pull out a rope and I'm going to feed it through the vines. Can someone tie this off? I think it might be safe. It's a bit of a slide down here. So.
Well, we're not letting you go down there alone.
Oh no, I just, it'll help all of us.
I'm going to tie a strong knot on something that quite sturdy that's not going anywhere, and give it like a couple knots around, and then hand the rope back to Esper.
Okay, and then I'll essentially slide down the hill. Mm-hmm. Do I hit the limit of the rope, or can I get
how long is your rope? Like 50 feet?
Yeah, they're just
no, you do get to the ground at about 40
cool.
feet.
And then
you feel your feet kind of come into a shallow pool, and the kind of cavern.
Basically like one of those guide ropes for people who do like hikes to waterfalls, where it's like just a safety thing so that you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And I'll just be at the bottom.
And I'll have you make a perception check while you're down here, because you have night vision.
I do have dark vision, which is
guidance
for human.
Can I guidance that?
You're not there yet.
Pretty far down.
As he's getting his way down there, I'd like to make my way to the part of the ship that's jammed in this opening here and see if I can get inside, if there's a way into sort of the bowels of the ship.
As you look, as you kind of come through the vines, you realize that it's mostly just the exterior hull at the mouth of this cave. The rest of it seems to have fallen away into the cave.
Cool.
Tim, if I'd been Finnan, it would have been like 27 or something. It is an 11, and that hurts me. That hurts me. I have a +2 to my perception, and that hurts.
Even with your night vision, you're kind of having a hard time making out detail as you just come from there. Your eyes are still adjusting, and you can kind of make out that it seems to be more of the ship a little ways ahead has kind of slid down here and settled into a kind of small lagoon. You're not sure how deep the water is. Right now it's just around your feet. But the cavern isn't super, super wide.
Okay. I think I would just kind of duck a little bit, try to find a little alcove or something that's near to me, just that I can kind of stay out of sight, because I feel like I haven't got a good lay of the land, so I'm going to try and make sure no one gets a lay of the land on me.
Okay. All right, so you kind of tuck over to the side as the rest of you come down.
Yes.
I would wait.
I would let Rosie go next if she wished to, and would like steady the rope for her.
Right.
And just before she heads on down, I would kind of just lean into her and just be like, just be careful with your footing, okay? And thank you.
Yeah.
I'll make. It's not often someone. I'm used to getting punched up, and then you gotta tend to your own wounds. So, thank you.
Well, that's what I'm here to do. So,
it's nice to have a cleric I can in my corner, I suppose. So, thanks.
Of course.
All right, easy there. Go on.
I will climb down.
All right, you kind of slide down. I'll have you make an athletics check as you go down.
God.
Can she have that with advantage because I'm helping her?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I still have a -1.
I know.
I thought you were just going to say -4, and I was going to be like,
I also thought -4. I'm like, that's a choice.
And just the V sound continued longer than expected.
It doesn't help me. It doesn't. Even if I had guidance, I rolled a 16 and a natty 1.
It was an advantage, so 16.
Oh, 16.
Because Shy gave you advantage.
Should I give you disadvantage?
Shy gave me she
not trained.
She punched you as you went down.
15.
Yes, so you slide down. It's a little bit slippery, and you kind of have a couple of moments where your stomach kind of drops a little bit, but you do land at the bottom and manage to keep your footing.
I'll grab Rosie's hand and just kind of move her to somewhere quiet. I'll just basically do this each person that comes down. I'll just kind of like move them to the side.
Okay.
I'm going to. I'll be the last to go down, but I are the twins behind me? Or
near them? No, they're gonna go down. They're itching to go down.
Okay, I'll stop them before they make their way to the rope. I am not foolish enough to believe that you are charmed by our new companions, but for the love you bear me, if you bear any, do not act against them. They are good.
As they do not keep us from our prize, we will honor our word. We will take them back.
Okay, I believe you.
Arlex kind of nods and heads into the mines.
As they make their way down, I'm just going to insight check that vibe check. Were they being honest with me?
Make an insight check.
I need this one here. Give me this.
Christian,
one.
I'm just pleased that with every table you go to from here on out, insight checking will be vibe checking for you, and that warms
it's gonna
my
be
heart.
in the back of my brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was a 9 plus. Insight is 13. Only 13.
Yeah, they seem to be they seem pretty upfront and like they are excited that they found this place. But as from what it seems like, as long as your new companions don't try to stop them from getting what they want, they'll honor the bargain as they've been fighting and help them get this far.
Did I see which one took the key?
Arlex has the key.
So as Arlex is, did I see where he put it?
You put it in his breast pocket.
As they're passing me, this is risky as fuck. I want to try and take the ring off of Arlex. I want to try and bump into him and take the ring off.
The key?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's inside his breast pocket. You can make a sleight of hand check.
Oh,
you have a bardic inspiration to burn.
I do. That's what I was thinking.
You did. Not from last week. You did.
Damn.
Good shit.
So I have the bardic inspiration. Okay, here we go. God damn it. 13 plus 5, 18 plus my bardic inspiration is a D4, right?
It might be a 6, but let me check really fast.
I think it's a
Okay,
D6.
if it's a
D6.
If it's a D4, I rolled a 2.
It's a
If
D6.
It's a D6. Okay, so
D6. Big money.
that's a 4. So that's what did I say? It was a 13 plus
5.
22, I think, in
5,
total.
18 plus 4.
22.
22.
The DC was 19. So yeah, as you as Arlex kind of passes, you like feign to help him through, and you kind of steady him, and you manage to get your fingers on the edge of the key. And as he kind of moves away, you just hold it in place as it slides out of his coat and into your hand.
Oh my gosh.
Whispers, is Esper Declan rubbing off on you? That's some bad boy behavior.
I will watch them descend. I will help. She probably doesn't need my help. Char's going to kind of get her way up to the lip there and slide her way down.
Yeah, she just kind of slides on her butt. Splash at the bottom.
And I'll follow suit. I won't use the rope. I'll slide behind her.
All right. Make a athletics check.
Oh man, I better break an ankle, and the key's gonna fall out.
Ting, 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 ting.
Oh no!
If you get a natural 1, absolutely.
Athletics. Okay, here we go. 17 plus 1, 18.
Yeah, you slide down. You make it look cool. As you land at the bottom. Yeah.
So cool right now.
Shy, Valentine, Thistle. Do you head down as well?
Yeah. As they're sort of all doing their thing, I would sort of say, sort of out loud, not really into Shy or Valentine in particular. I would just sort of, the thing that has me quite puzzled is, how would a boat end up here?
That's my question. That was my question. How did right when we started off, Thistle? I agree. Like, how did a boat get this far into the island?
I have a question. Once, not too long ago, it's the only time I'd ever seen a boat before. I saw a boat that flew like sprig.
Oh.
And that is the only thing I could think of.
I mean, I ain't never seen boats that flew before. I mean, but granted, there wouldn't be nobody to bring boats out near Keshawara that weren't on the water.
I was going to say that I have read of these boats.
Is Wysper at the bottom?
Library.
I think the
Wysper's at the bottom. Yeah, I think these folks are still.
Oh, they're all at the top. Oh, okay.
We're still at the top.
Valentine, do you have any ideas? I mean, this is the first time Thistle's ever been on a boat. You're the one with the story.
Well, if fairy tales are becoming true, there are plenty of stories of horrible things that live in the ocean.
There sure are.
Terrible large things. Probably strong enough to pick up and throw a ship.
Part of me wonders whether sometimes nature likes to keep its secrets. I wonder if maybe the boat came first and the island sprung up around it as a means of protection. You know, we see in all these things that are trying to protect something down below. So part of me has to wonder, if the boat didn't come through the island, what if the island formed around the boat?
Spontaneous island.
I mean,
what if the boat, the tunnel seems to go down?
Yeah.
What if there's some sort of way that the boat sailed under the island? This was just a piece that was forced up.
I mean, I've swam through underwater caverns before, but never one as big to hold a boat. But I mean, it doesn't mean it's impossible.
It's just rather peculiar.
It's all curious, I will say.
Well,
whatever it is, we do need to be careful. Everything here is laced with magic.
Yeah. Don't I know
Thistle
it?
will go down and he will eat shit the whole way.
Face first.
It's a 7-second fall. Just
he will
constantly.
He will go. He will see Wysper go no guide rope, and he will attempt to emulate it, and he is just not gonna pull it off.
Just as you splash into the water, and you hear it kind of echoes through the cavern.
I'm going to
Actually, Wysper, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
As the giant tree man.
As the tree man.
This becomes a bowling ball.
Excuse me, Wysper. Timber.
11. 6 plus 5.
11. Yeah. Whoa, I caught it. He bumps right into you. He knocks you down. And you fall on your ass. You manage to keep the key in your hand, but you do fall on your ass.
Oh no.
That hurt my shoulder, friend.
Well, I'm terribly sorry. You made that look very easy, but it is far from simple.
You are very large. You are a very large man. Perhaps the rope is better.
Next time.
Yes.
I leave the rope there, Tim, so we can climb back out as needed.
Okay. You and Valentine head down?
I'll probably go before Shine. Do you mind
Absolutely.
holding that? I'm not steady-footed.
I got you. Remember, we agreed we're not going to fuck each other over, right?
That's very true. You could make me fall and look very silly, so thank you.
As Valentine goes to grab the rope, I shake it just a little bit.
You hear, ah! It's fine.
Have you make an athletics check at advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay. Oh, because the rope is still being held, but it was shook. I got it.
Helping.
Oh, thank you for advantage. At a +0, a natural 17.
Yeah, you do manage to climb down. It is a little bit wobbly, but you managed to get there just fine.
Was the other one a natural 1, Cody?
No, it was a 10.
Oh, okay.
I'll know a sure thing when I see it, and I'll take the rope down.
Sounds good. Make an athletics check.
16 plus 0, because my strength isn't that strong, but my acrobatics.
You also managed to make it down as you all kind of stand at the edge of the cave. Who has dark vision?
I do.
You do, right?
I think I do as well.
Tritons do, I think, because of the like underwater stuff.
Wysper.
Do half elves?
I
think so. That feels like they probably do.
I can't. I always think of Pathfinder, and they had low light vision, which was like a different thing. Yeah, I'll
let me look.
Where does it tell me?
I think basically everything except Dragonborn gets night vision.
Yes,
and
you do. Half elves do. I'm not
and
sure
you're
if
probably better suited to answer this question. Do Piney?
You know what?
Let me look. I'll Google it.
I think.
Regardless, you watch as Phoenix kind of puts his hand out and light.
Oh, yeah, because Dragonborn don't.
Starts up from his hand, and you watch as it starts out small and then gets very bright as it illuminates the whole cavern. Oh, sorry. And he kind of he tries to kind of hold it partially under his jacket.
It's all good. Like I said, I think we were going to see a lot of that. So before you cast a spell, remember what happened here and think what the greatest effect could be. Just be cautious.
Right. And as he kind of shines it out, you see the back half of the Wail. You can see the ship is fairly dilapidated and in partially submerged, not a ton. It seems like the water here is moving, so there is a pool, but it seems to continue on past the Wail. There is some drain point behind it, but you do see is probably about a foot of water kind of along the bottom, and you can see there is moss and lichen growing all over the ship. The mast is kind of broken. You can see where it broke off as it came into the cave, and is off to the side. What remains of it, a lot of it has rotted away, and kind of bits of tattered, waxed canvas kind of here and there. And you can see that the hull was almost split in half. So there's a little bit of hallway before the back cabin.
If I'm able to put this together, it's almost like the ship was pulled into the mouth of this cave with such a force that it just like it just went and like and the rest of it went down.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. I miss.
Or a wisdom check. You could make a wisdom check. This would be sort of as you sort of piece it together.
Yeah, okay. I'll take wisdom over intelligence.
You're like, you're saying that you think the boat went like into the cave ass first, basically.
Yeah, that it was pulled backwards for with like a sucking whirlpool. Like if there's a
like an external force has ripped
a drainage point at the bottom. When Tim said drainage point at the bottom, or Shai's thinking would be, understanding the way that water moves, is that like there would be a large pull of water down that would have sucked the ship in like a whirlpool.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cocked.
Especially if the land mass was moving up.
Yeah. That's going to be a 14 plus just my wisdom modifier, Tim. 16.
Yeah. So as you think about it, and you've heard the story from Valentine that basically that the ship was in a storm and was tossed onto this island. You're not sure whether or not it was pulled or if it hit with such force that it got stuck and then cracked and slid down. It's difficult to tell with how much the whole thing has sort of rotted away. But you reckon that there was probably a lot of water involved in either the movement or the transportation of this to get it here into this place.
Briefly, I would relay that and sum that information up for everyone, just kind of like discussing like water patterns and the way that they move.
Shai, does it look like this place can be flooded?
I mean, if there's water going out, there can be water coming in.
Then we must be quick in our business.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, y'all can't... I can breathe underwater, so if the thing starts filling up, you get out of here and I will make my way up. I will be fine. So...
I agree, though. Haste is of the essence, and I'm going to start I'm going to rogue watch. I'm going to do a little rogue watch.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'm going to start investigating, make sure that nothing's...
I'm also gonna make a perception check. Looking to see if there's anything interesting or...
19, it's so good.
I'd like to move into the hall. You said there was a hallway there too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of the hull of the ship. You can see where the top deck is, and then there's sort of like a lower, the lower hull.
I would actually like to revise that. I would like to do a perception check, specifically looking for more of the rock.
Okay, yeah. All right. Let's resolve the investigation check first.
24.
24, nice. Okay. So Esper, you look... and you notice a few things kind of stand out. You don't see any remains of any bodies down here. There doesn't seem to be any visible kind of armor, rusted away or not. There's no bones. There doesn't seem to be any weapons that you can see. It's fairly empty in that way, which it strikes you as a bit odd.
Weird, yeah.
And you look, and there doesn't appear to be any traps, but you do notice that at the end of this kind of the hold of the ship, you can see there is a metal door that is still largely intact and seems to be kind of fitted into a larger metal, like it seems to be whatever cabin was at the back of the ship, likely the captain's quarters, was reinforced with metal. And is still intact.
Does it look locked?
It does, yes.
Yeah.
And it has a keyhole.
Under the auspices of like checking it really cautiously for traps, I would like to try and...
Arlex is like heading there immediately. Okay. Like that's like he only has eyes for that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'll
still check the door then. I'll still check the door.
Yeah. Sure. We'll do the Wysper. Arlex is like pushing to get to that door. As soon as he sees it, he's heading right there. I'll have Thistle, you can make your perception check.
I rolled a 22.
A 22. You see as you kind of look and you kind of track back from where you came down, and you notice it's very hard to tell, and you really only noticed when the light kind of illuminated the cavern, you got a brief sort of look, because the cavern itself is fairly smooth rock. And you could see just like a faint glimmer of red down that path that looked fairly wide as it kind of shimmered down. And then you saw that it split somewhere under the water. And then you kind of lost sight of that shimmer.
It looked like the rock line split, but it's past the water.
Somewhere in the water. Like you saw,
edge.
like as it went into the water, it split into like on either side, and then you kind of lost it. And you just caught that kind of brief shimmer of red. And it's difficult to pick out exactly where it is in relation to the rest of the kind of stonework of this cavern.
Oh, so I saw it, but I can't find it now.
Yeah, like you really have to go and try to look for it to pin down exactly where it is.
Okay. We can resolve the door. I think Thistle would.
All right.
That would be good for him.
So as you go to investigate the door, you see Arlex reaching into his pocket and kind of looking. And he kind of looks again. He starts turning out all of his pockets. What is it? He looks at you, Esper. Where is the key?
I gave it to you. I handed it over to you, no problem. You can pat me down if you want. I don't have it. I get accused of stealing a lot. I don't have it.
He turns to you, Wysper, and in Draconic. Where is the key? I had the key.
I saw him hand it to you. It was not him. Perhaps we dropped it and we should look.
He looks back at you, Esper. Can you open the door?
Probably, yeah.
Fine. Open the door.
Give me a second. Like, I really do want to, but I also don't want. I bought a door to like blow my head off or anything like that. So yeah, I'm fully investigating first.
Yeah.
Great. That's a 14.
14. Yeah, you don't notice any traps.
Pick one.
Trapped.
Having noticed no traps, I'm gonna try and. No, I don't see any traps. I'm gonna try and. I'm just gonna pull out a little flat pack of picks and gonna get into it and try and pick the lock.
All right, make a sleight of hand check. Or a lock picking check.
They're the same for me. Oh yes, 21. No, 20. Sorry, these 23. I mix up the numbers on these dice quite a lot.
So you manage to kind of open the door, and you hear that kind of click of the rusty metal, and it slides open, and you feel the handle as you kind of pull.
Before I open the door, I want to limited use of flipping a D2.
Arlex is going to open the door.
Did he hear the click? Or
yeah, he's he's right there next to you. Cool. As you do it, he grabs the handle and pulls open the door, and makes his way inside. And you, because you're standing right there, it happens very fast. You see this kind of flash of green as he stops kind of in his tracks. And he turns, and you see a fairly large hole in his chest that is growing and growing.
Oh, no.
As his whole body disintegrates.
No.
And that's where we're going to take our break.
No!
Oh my! Oh no!
Jim, you can't make me yell. The other hotel guests will get mad at me, and I'll get kicked out.
Oh my god!
No big surprises like this.
That was like a Gus Fring moment from Breaking Bad. You know?
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you all are gonna come back after the break. This is very bad.
I need everyone to know that wasn't my fault. I'm just
he walked in. Okay. Grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself a tasty snack, and then come back. Our break is about 9 minutes or so. We will be back to see what the heck is happening here. Oh my goodness. Come back very soon, y'all. See you soon. Bye.
So You watch as his whole form just disintegrates in front of you.
I think Esper would, like, at the end of Infinity War, where he would, like, grab him and just, like, futilely try to hold him together as he just dusts in his arms and be like, oh, no.
Oh, God.
You watch Phoenix, who was fairly close behind, just stop and drop to his knees. What happened?
I don't know. He walked in and he triggered something. I'm gonna duck back out of the room and like I'm gonna look at the I'm gonna try to find where he triggered it from and try and find if it's something that can be triggered repetitively or if this is like a one-time, like a one and done kind of vibe.
Tim, can I do a magic check to see if I know what that is that happened?
An Arcana? Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Arcana, that's the word.
Am I going to make an investigation?
Can I guidance myself?
Oh, I was going to guidance.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
2 guidance? Oh, that's good.
Double. We can twin cast guidance. We can't twin cast man.
Doesn't stack.
That's a 21.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't add my modifier. It's a 23.
Okay.
I also got a 23 on my investigation.
Nice. You have read about this spell. You've never seen it in action, but you've read about the disintegrate spell. Specifically in sort of terms of healing and things like that. You know that being hit by a disintegrate spell is particularly dangerous because if it kills you, your body is gone. And it's very difficult to bring you back.
I would relay that to... It's Phoenix. Okay. Because that was Phoenix is the one that I kind of like had talked to and stuff a bit. I would go right up to Phoenix. I'd be like, and I'd explain the whole thing, and I'd kind of like put a hand on his shoulder if he'd let me.
Yeah, he just looks wrecked.
As I'm checking, I think it's time that we put everything out in the open. Something is powerfully protecting whatever you're after, and it helps me do my job if I know what that is. If I'd gone in first, I might have seen it.
The captain steps forward as you're investigating. What's your investigation check? It was 23, right?
23, yeah.
You see that there was, in fact, a spell scroll on the ground that has, like, you can see, like, the leather that it was written on is somewhat waterlogged, and, like, it almost seems like he stepped in a puddle and it went off.
Oh, so it wasn't like a trap, it was just an accident. Is
Seems
the,
like
the
it was an
spell scroll
accident.
is inert now?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the spell scroll up and I'm going to toss it to the captain. What is
He
this
takes
case? It wasn't
And
even a
looks-
trap. It wasn't even meant to happen. It's a freak
looks-
accident.
Inside the room. It is for that. And he walks in. And you can see there's a desk inside. And on the desk, pinned to the desk with 2 daggers, is what looks like a map, kind of rolled out, sealed in it looks like leather sealed in wax. And you watch as he takes the daggers out and rolls up the map.
Can I get a look at the map before as he rolls it up? Because I would have followed him into the room if he'd gone.
Make a perception check.
Can I guidance?
You're with Phoenix.
It's just a 15. So should a perception.
I'm just trying to vibe check my way through this with guidance.
15. It's
15. You get a very brief kind of glimpse. You see some lines, like drawn out red lines, but that's it.
As he sort of turns around and starts to leave, Thistle will step in front of him and stop him.
Ooh, spicy.
Excuse me, sir, but I am usually quite content to follow along and let others direct our path, but sir, that could have been one of my friends. It was one of my new friends. But you can't just walk in here, take this map, and not share with us why we have risked our lives.
It is not my duty to ask why. I am not the head of the family. I was told to bring a boat here. I have lost much getting here. So while yes, you have lost your new friend, I have lost so much more. So I hope whatever this is worth it to them. But I am not going to give it up now.
But Phoenix, is it?
Mm-hmm. This is the Captain Hester.
No, I know. But the other brother's Phoenix, like Fin.
Yeah.
Phoenix. I'm sorry for what you're going through right now. Is there any way you can illuminate us further?
Yeah. Make a persuasion check.
I shall.
Guidance this time.
Yeah.
You kind of you're rubbing Phoenix's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Oh, big 4 on the guidance. Natural 12, plus 4, 16, plus 7, 23.
My family has been studying these for decades. We only wish to understand.
No, that doesn't seem right. This is not an act of a fact-finding mission. This is an act of desperation. You have much more to lose if you do not come back with this map.
This is our opportunity to gain favor within the family.
I'll say draconic. At what cost, Captain? Alex was Kaissar. He is dead now, and we know not for what reason. And I'll hold up my hand. May I see the scroll?
And you watch as he holds it, and he gives it to Phoenix. My brother died for this. I am taking it home.
And I'll kneel down. I'll make eye contact with him. And I will say all of this in Draconic. And if you are to make it back, it will be by the protection of my bow and my sword. I promise you the scroll, and you and the captain will be safe. But I will see the scroll, please.
Make an intimidation check.
Buddy.
With a big old +0. Here we go. No, I don't want.
No, you're doing great. You're doing
I
so
believe,
good.
I want this
I
one.
believe.
Thistle will guidance you.
With an 18 plus 1, 19.
His eyes kind of narrow. Japachi. I will get us home. And when we return home, I will show you. I'm not here.
This is all in Draconic, correct? I didn't understand any of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This part, oh my god.
But I read from the body language, he's like, because he talked to the captain in common.
No, it was all Draconic.
It was all Draconic with the captain? Okay.
It's all Draconic.
I'm going to make eye contact with Valentine, who I know has understood this conversation. And in common, oh my god, I'm sorry, I have to do this. I will stand up and I will say, I cannot explain to you why, but there is a feeling deep inside here. And it is telling me that the scroll must not return to the Kaissar.
As you say that, you watch as Phoenix pulls out a scroll.
I'm going to...
And begins to cast a spell.
I am going
to... Char's right
He's
there.
He's casting a spell.
I'm going to Thorn Whip.
Char's going to bite him.
The scroll.
It's an action. It's not.
No.
It's not a reaction. As he begins to read out the scroll, you feel this energy welling up from beneath you.
All of us?
You feel kind of a rumble.
Oh shit!
Can I
It's on the line.
As you watch, he starts to disappear, as well as the captain and Wysper. And you watch as this happens, the boat kind of shudders apart. And you can see underneath this kind of red glow that starts to overcome the light. And you're all kind of bathed in this red glow as you feel yourselves being consumed by this magic. And you watch as Phoenix disappears. The captain disappears. Wysper disappears.
I would have reached out a hand.
And you watch as Valentine, his form kind of shudders for a second, and he disappears as well. You hear a kind of fluttering all around you as pages pour out of the desk and begin to swirl around you as you can feel your form kind of shuddering. I need everyone to roll initiative other than Wysper and Valentine.
Oh God.
Hell. Oh, that's two double crosses for 2 days. We're on a right stream.
On a...
God,
oh my God. This is so bad. That's a ley line map. The Dathians have a ley line map now.
Oh my God.
What
Listen,
level's counterspell? When can we do that?
It's a few levels away.
It's a 5.
They changed it. It's a cantrip, and it's
oh, I like that. I like that actually.
Man, it's crazy, and it
Tim,
automatically cancels all spells.
All right, 25 to 20.
Flirty 20.
If only we touched the mud.
Well, I can say nothing. None of this would have happened if Letters hadn't committed a crime.
You know, Letters committed some crimes, and this is
Letters committed some fun crimes.
If there's one thing I know that Tim Carlson does, it's consequences.
20 to 15.
16.
They're gonna kill me, guys. I just chose you over the Kaissar. They're gonna fucking kill me.
Oh
no. 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
9.
9 for Rosie. And Thistle, what was yours?
8.
8. All right. So you watch as the paper kind of swarms around you, and briefly it kind of coalesces into a kind of form, almost human-like, as you see it kind of flip around again. And you can feel as the paper is kind of whizzing by, it seems sharp. Shy, you're first.
Okay, so I am going to hold my action until I see the form coalesce into a humanoid shape again.
Okay.
And my held action will be to hit it with my my Eskrima.
Okay. On initiative count 20, I want you all to flip your coins, your D2s.
Oh my goodness. Which is heads and which is tails, Tim? Heads
we'll
is
say
the one?
1 is the heads, 2 is the tails.
Thank you, Robin, for these beautiful D2s.
I got heads, Tim.
Okay.
I also got heads.
I was listening to you when you said that, and then what's heads and what's tails?
Heads is 1.
Heads is 1, tails is 2.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I got a 1.
Okay. So you watch as you're there, you're kind of holding, and Rosie, you see Thistle's form kind of vibrate and disappear.
Fuck off.
What the fuck?
All right,
As Thistle disappears, you just hear him say,
Paper is trees?
Oh no! Thistle.
I didn't have to
All
tell
right.
him.
Existential crisis.
You watch as the kind of swarm coalesces. You can take your action now before its action.
Yeah, I will hit this thing that just took my friend. Fuck. That's gonna be a 18 to hit.
18 hits, yep.
Okay, that would have been two-handed strike. That's gonna be 11 damage.
11 damage. All right. As you watch as you just start whacking paper out of the air, you watch as it kind of rips and tears and falls to the ground. But there's still quite a bit kind of swirling all around you.
And yeah, that's my turn. Because I can't take my bonus action attack because you can't hold a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm good.
All right. It is the paper golem's turn. It is going to try to slash you, Shy.
Okay.
That's only a 10 to hit.
No. Indeed,
Yeah, so
it does
you
not.
kind of like feel as it like is zipping by you all around. It's trying to find purchase with some of the like paper cuts, and they don't.
This is probably
land
like
it.
the first time you would have seen Shy actually perform any like big defensive maneuvers. Like you watch almost like her form kind of change into that of like someone who has been had lots of punches, and you see like a lot of like very adept like bobbing and weaving. And this is the first grace that she has shown the entire time.
Do we still have the effects of the mantle up, or do we lose those temporary hit points?
No, I'll say they still stand.
Okay, great. That's huge for me.
Esper, you're up.
I am going to slide around as Shy kind of keeps his attention. I'm going to slide around behind it, and I'm going to stab it where its paper kidneys would be.
You see just a very brief diagram of a kidney kind of fly by.
Paper kidneys, I called it.
I was just about to say that.
Paper kidneys.
The offhand is a 12 to hit, but the main hand is a 21.
21 hits. 12 does not.
Sweet.
It's like you realize trying to stab paper out of the air as it's moving, flying around you is more difficult than it seems.
Sorry, 14 because I am flanking
14
with
hits?
Shy. Okay, that's huge.
So as you like go to stab one, you miss, but then another one kind of flies by and slices
there it is.
itself.
That's 2d4, like 2 4s on the d4.
Yep.
That's 4, 4, 4, 12, plus 3, 15, plus the 2 for flanking twice, 19 damage. As I
19 damage, nice. All right. It is Rosie's turn.
I'm gonna do the thingy, in the cantrip.
Yeah.
So I need a wisdom.
It is made of books.
That's right. Paper is notoriously wise.
Well read.
That was a 10.
Okay, so it fails.
And it is damaged. Yeah.
There's like a page of philosophy flies past.
It's a 12.
Another 12 on the d12?
Another 12,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
You're
Well
kicking
done.
butt with those Toll the Dead. What
That's
is
a good 12. That's a good d12.
Rosie's done Toll the Dead many times now. Has it changed, or does it still kind of look the same?
I think it still kind of looks the same.
I love it. Will be
Kind
the
of
light.
That light kind of bursts out. Shy, you are up.
Okay. Oh yeah. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah, because I was like, no.
How is
Giannis
happening
gets his
so
turn.
This is gone.
quickly now?
Giannis is gone.
Yeah. So is it still coalesced, or is it now whipping around again?
It's all moving around. But
Okay.
it's everywhere. Like you realize like
Okay.
you could try to hit any of it and it would all
All right. Sounds good. Then I am going to I'm gonna punch. I'm gonna punch the paper. I'm gonna punch a book.
Paper.
I'm gonna punch a book.
Rock beats paper.
I saw that scene in John Wick. Okay, I know.
I told her beforehand. I was like, he killed a guy with a book.
I am just going through the John Wick series.
It's awesome.
Bullet Train, people get killed by a lot of inanimate
objects. Bullet Train is so fun.
Best book kill in a movie, Equalizer, though.
Yes.
Now I have to watch all the book kills in movies. And that's going to be a 21 for Shy to
just super cut. Yeah, absolutely.
Punch the crap out of this book. All right. So that is, that wasn't that is going to be 3 + 3 is 6 damage. I am going to spend a focus point, and I am going to a flurry of blows this paper golem.
Really hitting the books there.
Well done.
Keep it coming. Keep
does
those coming.
Does Shy's intelligence go up by 1?
No, but I did roll a natural 20 though.
So...
Silver.
Are we sure that Shy's intelligence doesn't go up by 1?
I would tell you why, but that's lore. Okay, so that's 2d4. Oh, that's 4 and a 3, so 7 + 3 is 10.
And
then I get one more hit on that one. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 to hit.
You're really kicking the sheet out of it.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I just dropped my D4. I need to pick that up, or a small creature will pick
Maybe we shouldn't kill this creature. Maybe it can turn over a new page.
I'm loving it. I'm living for this. I'm living for this.
He hasn't opened up much. He's a closed book,
Well done.
I think it's a little too
nervous. The party is split
The writing's on the wall already.
The party is so split.
Get out of here, Yanis. That is going to be something about the writing on the wall already. And that's going to be 4 + 3 is 7 points of
nice. There's considerably less paper flying around.
Yeah, I feel like Shy's hands are like so cut up at this point from punching a bunch of paper. And that is my turn.
All right, initiative count 20. I need everybody to flip that coin.
Flip that coin.
Everybody?
No, just the remaining folks. So Shy, Esper, and
2.
1.
2. All right, so you watch Shy as you stand there, kind of like reeling from all of these hits. You watch as Esper disappears. Her form fades. And you watch as Rosie kind of reaches out and her form kind of shifts for a second and gone. And you're alone in this boat with this golem. And it's going to try to cut you.
Okay.
Missed him.
19 to hit. Or 19 plus... It's 24 to hit.
You're bad at listening to instructions.
That is 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Man, this guy's really throwing the book at you.
It's okay. Shy's got a tougher spine.
Hey.
I'm living for these. Yeah. Okay. I have no focus points left. So we are gonna do the biggest damage possible. I'm gonna hit it with my Screamister. Wait a minute. We can do some dope Triton shit or dope monk shit. Channeling.
There's not a ton of paper flying around, as I said before.
Our hits have really left a bookmark.
Okay.
It was a stretch.
That's okay. It's okay. I love it. It gives me life. Much less the severe lack of hit points that I have right now. Yeah, I'm gonna roll to hit with this thing.
There aren't many jokes left to cover.
That was good.
That's good. That took me a second to.
An 18 plus 5 is a 23 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. That's 7 plus 3 is 10 points of damage.
All right. How do you take down these last few pages?
It's Shy is frantic. Shy is used to being alone, but I'm alone on a desolate place with no way to get out other than swimming. And I am just Shy is panicking. And nobody's here to see it, and that's the only reason why she's panicking. So I am just going to essentially spin around and try and collect as much of the paper on my my Eskrima stick as I can, and I'm going to smack it into the wall.
Nice. And you see the last page that you hit, you can just see as it kind of fades by, it just says the end as it splashes into the water to the ground,
Jim,
tearing apart.
Does its death make a sound? Would you say it was audible?
Well done.
Willing to take on sponsors, Audible, sponsor us.
You feel your form kind of shifting. You have 1 round. What would you like to do?
Is there anything left in the room?
There's the desk and those 2 daggers.
I am going to... I mean, I can use simple weapons, but... I'm not getting daggers for you. You have to...
Bring me knives! Bring me presents!
They could be magic daggers.
I will take the daggers. I'll take the daggers.
Grab the daggers.
I do.
As you kind of pull them out, you feel your form shift and you disappear. As it all goes quiet. You hear rain. As you come up for air in the ocean. And that is where we're going to end it.
Can't. That you are a crime.
Am I alone?
That's where we're going to end it. You don't know.
Tim, we have to wait like
a while.
3 weeks.
A while. Time is a weird...
You
have to wait 3 weeks, huh?
True.
You have to wait 3 weeks.
True.
What the
Tim just did a crime. Audience at home, I think you do need to report that to the authorities. Tim did in fact just do a crime.
The D&D authorities.
It's almost... It's also, you know what the most fucked up part is? It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas and Tim is out here doing crimes.
Adam, you don't get the idea. You don't get the whole concept of the time being fluid thing tonight.
It's not almost Christmas for the audience, but it's almost Christmas for us.
No,
it's always Christmas.
Almost Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is right around
we get
the
to
corner.
play
Christmas
D&D
is
every
in
week.
your heart when you've been playing D&D often. We are... Christian, thank you.
Hey, you know what?
Thank you for coming to join us.
I think these 3 sessions here that we've had, these 3 little episodes, real page turner.
Wow. Wow.
Amazing.
I cannot wait until you can come join us in studio and we can pick up and see what happens with Wysper. I'm worried for you, buddy. I am worried with you being back home in death.
Well, I just found out I could fly. So worst case scenario, I'm taken to the sky.
Oh my gosh. And Cody, my goodness, thank you for joining us for this little interim arc.
I do have to ask, did Char also teleport?
Yes, Char teleported when Wysper went.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
She's still down there.
It's just been me and the
Sprig,
puppet.
though, gone. Sprig's gone.
If Char had been left with me, I would have protected that pup. I would have never left that pup. I can't wait to see that pup again. If you are joining us tonight for the first time, boy, you've already got some catching up to do. We are BlackwaterDnD. We are here telling stories together, and we are so gracious that you have come and join us at our table. We will be back next week live in studio together, playing around a table, and I am assuming that this should tell you where things are going to pick up. You should be able now to piece together the story of what happened at the end of our prologue session to when we meet our characters again at the beginning of episode 1. And if you're like, wait a minute, it's all gonna fit. If you're like, oh, do I have to watch the other interim sessions? I would. Do you know why? 1, because Christian's in it. 2, Cody's in it. And 3, all the juicy lore that we dropped in these sessions.
Juicy
so
stuff.
much juicy stuff in here. And you can be like, why did these people know each other already?
This is how Tim and Em are announcing to us that campaign 2 will just be exclusively Em swimming for the first 3 episodes alone. It'll
Shai is a much better swimmer than I am, I guarantee you.
Make an athletics check. Cool. Make an athletics check.
Sorry, Len, you were going to say something?
Oh, I'm just, how is the time going to go? Is it like, how does, when we come back, where are we?
I guess we'll find out.
Well, we will have already found out because we will be episodes along at this point. Time is a
when we come back, like our timeline, when we come back for our first, where in the time is that?
Yeah, that's. I guess we'll find out.
Tim,
I'll explain it after.
doth we level up? You doth.
Hey! Should we do our little level up while we're here? We're all here together. We can do our little level up.
I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. So it's also level 3. There's not a lot of choices, but there's a lot of
people already announced what we are, but this is us announcing for the first time, like what stuff we're doing.
Yeah,
well, for some of us who get stuff at level 3.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Some of us. No, I think everyone but
Clerics don't get nothing.
I do.
No, you get your circle.
I got it at 2.
Circles
Some
are
classes
2.
get stuff at 2.
What's circle?
What circle are you?
What circle are you? Oh, you sly boy.
I am
Circle
of the Moon.
Sick. Very cool. And
Exciting.
Rosie, what domain are you?
I'm life domain.
Life domain.
But I've been that since
from level 1.
From level 1, yeah.
The cool thing about Circle of the Moon is it allows me to wild shape as a bonus action.
Oh,
yeah.
And it allows me to have level or CR1 beasts right off the bat instead
Doesn't
of
it also
CR
let
quarter.
you spend a spell slot to heal yourself?
I can heal myself 1d8 per spell slot in wild shape. The crazy thing about druids is when you get to level 18, you can fully cast in wild shape.
Yeah, cool, right?
All right, everyone, give me your powerful D8 rolls. I don't have a bonus to my health. I need a good
do it.
It's a 5.
Yeah,
very
average. Very average. Okay.
How do I do this again? I roll my hit die and plus my
Constitution.
Con with no
guidance.
No.
Can you imagine if you could guidance your level up?
I know I'm about to level up.
Shit.
Guidance.
Because D&D Beyond is saying I have a hit point bonuses. That's not for.
D&D Beyond will automatically calculate your hit points when you go to level up for you, unless you would like to roll manually.
I do manually.
I do manually.
Yes,
I have
roll
let
a D8
D&D
and then
Beyond do it for the first time, maybe ever.
Constitution.
Tim, how do you feel about this? College of the Mutt Bard.
Well, Cody's my favorite character now.
Can I, Tim? Will you allow me a small amount of a tiny hint of, because you narrated me coming to the surface with the information you just shared with me in our Zoom chat privately? Can I say that?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
So as Shy comes up to the surface, if you were a bird flying by or someone there with her, you would see that patches of her face, her neck, her arms, and her hands are glowing with bioluminescence. So for my monastic tradition, I am taking Sun Soul. Yes, and I also get deflect missiles at level 3, so I'm going to catch things that are shot at me. Heck yeah.
Dope. Monk shit. Monk
shit. Channeling my inner Marisha Ray and doing some dope monk shit.
Wherever Esper is, we don't know, but you would see the like weird blue whiteness of his fingertips turn to etherealness as the tips of his fingers become spectral and ghostly, as I have taken the Phantom Roguish archetype.
Ooh, amazing. Okay, so you already know all this already, but this is new for us because time is new.
This is new and fun for us.
This is new. So we will be back next week onto the main through line of the story. Thank you so much for joining us for this Zoom interim arc. We love you all very much. Stick around in the outro screen. We're gonna go raid someone who we're gonna raid. I don't know yet, but we're gonna go see who's playing.
I know.
Yeah, Yanis knows. Put your thumbs up, everybody. Put your thumbs up because we're on our way out here. Do you have one?
when you find that it's time to hit the books, make sure to wear your glasses, lick your fingers, and be safe.
Good night, everyone. We love you. Good night.